Hello ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube community, my name is Scootaloo, and today, welcome back from the 9-month hiatus of Mercy 101. Apparently a kid could have been conceived by the time I made this video, because I'm such a slacker and school is such a B. Yeah. So regardless of our nonsense and why I didn't make any Mercy videos for 9 months, and how I didn't make any Overwatch videos for 9 months for tutorial wise, yeah, I was busy and there's not really much I could say really about that, but I was focusing more on school and IRL stuff than making Mercy videos, even though I had like 3 videos scripted to record and edit. I don't know, I'm dumb. Well, regardless of that, let's get into today's episode. So today we're going to be talking about on how to counter and synergize with Doomfist. So the core concept of Doomfist is to get in, use your abilities, get a frag, well I should say secure frag, and get out. But this is easier said than done. In Doomfist's current state, on how he's very vulnerable to damage and how easy he can get targeted, the only thing you should be damage boosting is his primary fire and combos against tanks and high HP targets. Otherwise, keep it mostly focused on healing, because Doomfist can actually easily take damage, especially if he misses his initiation on his rocket punch or with a seismic slam. And the way how Doomfist's kit works is that he gets more quote-unquote survivability for every ability he lands. So if he doesn't land that first ability, you're not going to be damaging, you're not going to be damage boosting anything. And he's not going to get the 35 shields from every ability he gets. So he might only get 35 shields instead of 76 shields. So in that case, you would want to stick to healing. And I would mostly stick to healing when it comes to Doomfist, because sometimes he needs that extra bit of health, or that 1.4 second heal buffer you get when you lose range of your target, in order for him to survive. And also, how the way Doomfist's kit works is that if it's a squishy, you will most likely get the frag without your damage boost. Now, the only thing you should really be damage boosting is when he goes like something like an uppercut, and you can damage boost that, which will make it, well, of course, do more damage, and it'll also help for people who have a smaller hitbox like Tracer, Ana, or Mercy, for Doomfist to severe frag on. Now, I don't know how much I'm gonna put up on here. I have some damage combo numbers with damage boost, and the regular ability damage with damage boost and regular. I'm just gonna put probably the abilities itself and all the damage numbers on screen right now. Hopefully it doesn't look really confusing. If you want a better explanation, or I shouldn't say explanation, if you want a better visual of this, I recommend going to the link down below that goes to a Google Sheets that I actually have, where I calculate all damage and how it's relative to damage boosting, discording, Orisa, well, anything that can boost damage in the game. So for example, I do have a non-boost Orisa Mercy pocket, so all of those effects combining at once. Or if you want to see how much damage, let's say Fire Strike does with Mercy damage boost and a Zen Discord orb on an enemy, which is actually 169, not the, for I believe 160, damage boost and Discord act differently, even though they're the same percentage. Discord is applied in a different state, so it's actually 1.3 times 1.3, which is actually 1.69, which is actually a bit more damage than the 1.6, so it's beneficial towards the person getting damage boosted. But regardless of that, and self-promotion to my Google Sheets page, now the two things you should really damage boost is Rocket Punch and Hand Cannon. The reason why you should boost Hand Cannon is because it decreases the TTS, or the time to kill, on shots from 4 to 3 for 200 HP targets. Given that pellets aren't the best thing to hit and the most accurate to hit, it's good to have some leeway just in case if Doomfist messes up or something like that. And the next thing you want to damage boost, or the number one thing to damage boost in my opinion, is Rocket Punch. Now the second thing you should be Rocket Punching is, or the second thing you should be damage boosting is this Rocket Punch. The only reason why you would want to damage boost Rocket Punch, in my opinion, is for the sheer ult charge. And the reason why I say because of ult charge, if Doomfist Rocket Punches like a Reinhardt into a wall, or a tank into a wall, it does 325 damage instead of the regular 250. So that means that is a net damage boost gain, or that is a net damage gain of 75 damage, which is a full Reinhardt swing. And for someone like Zarya, if she takes the punch, then she can just she can get hit by one Reinhardt hammer and she'll be dead. Or as I said before, if you damage boost hand cannon, that will also one-shot her, because it does 85 over the 75. But why I say this for ult charge is because when you do it to a tank, or he secures a frag and does the 325 damage, you'll receive 9% ult charge. Now 9% seems a bit minuscule, but remember, this ability is like 1 second, right? It has a cooldown of 4 seconds, and you just need to damage boost for like 1 second, and you just need to get the initial impact, and you get the initial charge, and then the impact. So getting 9% ult charge out of basically nothing is super good. It's really good. And yeah, you can, that's why people say damage boost Fire Strike and stuff like that, but this is 325 damage we're talking about. And this comes up every 4 seconds. Yeah, you might be feeding support ults, but you're actually gaining from it because you're getting your ultimate too. Going down the list, damage boosting Seismic Slam would really only give you more ult charge and weaken the enemies even more. The only time I would recommend actually going into damage boost Doomfist, because remember, all of his abilities is gonna be right next to the enemy. So if you feel threatened and you're going in with Doomfist and you don't have like a dive comp, or you don't have tanks or another support or something on you, I would highly advise from you going in with Doomfist. He is an absolute brawl hero who will get himself killed half the time, not because a lot of people play him are trash, but Doomfist has a kit so that if you make a little mistake, he can be punished immensely for that. So as Mercy, the thing you do not want to do is to die, because you have one of the best healings in the game, and even after the 50 health per second nerf that Mercy is gonna get in the future in probably 1.27 update, you still have one of the best and consistent healing pockets in the game. But the only situation you would really want a damage boost is if he's gonna maximize, or if he has the max damage with Seismic Slam. What this can do, it can instantly one-shot tracers, and anyone he has an uppercut radius will die, because uppercut itself does 50 damage. So if you just damage boost the Seismic Slam for say at 125 max damage, it will go to 162.5 or 162, because that's how Overwatch likes to round things. And then if he hits the uppercut, as long as they basically don't get healed in that fraction of in that moment, then 200 HP heroes will die. So that includes any really supports besides Brigitte and a lot of the damage roster. The next one of those is Rising Uppercut. I recommend not damage boosting this. It goes 50 to 65 damage. That's a 15 well, of course 30% damage boost and 15 more damage. But the reason why you don't want to damage boost Rising Uppercut is because, one, he'll probably be in the enemy team while he uses Rising Uppercut, or using as movement ability to initiate or get out of a fight. Two, when Doomfist Rising Uppercuts, He just goes up in tier and say, "Hey, I'm like Pharah, shoot me." So that's when everyone focuses him. So that's when you really want to heal Doomfist, especially if he's in the enemy team, because if you don't heal him right there, and he doesn't have a target, or even if he has a target who he is shooting at, let's say like a Zenyatta, if he didn't have like damage beforehand, like a seismic slam damage, and it's just a rising uppercut, Zenyatta can easily discord and shoot Doomfist in the face for a stupid amount of damage. Given that if they have someone like McCree, he can just flick on to Doomfist, and if he gets headshotted, that's 140 damage already. So you would want to heal Doomfist while he's rising uppercuts, because he's mostly in the middle of a combo, and like how I said before, he has a very combo based nature, and damage boost won't really do much, or it would be an overkill to what Doomfist can do. Now to start this off, we're gonna talk about how to really counter Doomfist, and what can you do as Mercy to counter his playstyle. Now, if you are playing against a good Doomfist, if you get caught in any of his abilities, you're basically dead because of his combo slash ability based nature and his moderate damage primary fire at close range. Some general advice will be to always be aware of where Doomfist is, and to use Guardian Angel constantly but wisely in order to make yourself less vulnerable to a Doomfist combo, or more importantly, a seismic slam or an rising uppercut and hand cannon combo. To sum it up, you will want to avoid Doomfist for the majority of the time and be out of his range slash LOS or line of sight of his abilities. Now, there's one thing that this is the biggest advice I can give, and I hate seeing Mercy players do this. The biggest don't against playing against a Doomfist is to use Angelic Descent. I can't trust this enough to use Angelic Descent while being hit by any Doomfist abilities. So some interactions with Doomfist abilities is that with Rocket Punch, when you constantly hold down Angelic Descent, or you just spam spacebar, you fly back further, which is good for something like Whole Hog or a Primal Rage. But in Doomfist's case, you fly back further while carrying momentum of the punch. Also, you'll be traveling linearly without control or movement until you touch the ground. This can lead into hitting a wall and you taking extra damage and probably dying from the Doomfist punch. Now, Angelic Descent with Seismic Slam is that if you get hit by it, you'll receive between 49 to 125 damage, and it'll put you towards the epicenter of the slam, or right into Doomfist's hands basically. If you hold down Angelic Descent, it's going to limit your movement to only going to one direction until you touch the ground. So even if you try and Guardian Angel away, if you hold down Angelic Descent, it's going to lock you in that CC ability. You need to let go of your spacebar, or you need to let go of your jump key, and you need to Guardian Angel right after the CC is done. Don't hold down Guardian Angel. And Rising Uppercut. Ooh. I see a lot of Mercies holding down Angelic Descent because everyone thinks, okay, Rising Uppercut. Oh, yeah, okay, boom, 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 look at me, I'm Doomfist, I'm hitting the Mercy, right? And then the Mercy player is like, I'm just gonna stay in the air because, air superiority, that's what everyone does in Valk, right? Makes you harder to hit. Well, it kind of singles you out, that's the thing. But yet again, Rising Uppercut can only affect a singular target, but if you do get caught in it, do not use Angelic Descent, because it will constantly push you into a linear direction and in result be an easy target to hit. Like when Doomfist is Rising Uppercuts you, it puts you in the air. Sometimes you want to be in the air, but against a Doomfist, that's what you don't want to do. If you use Angelic Descent, it's not only going to cancel on how your interaction is with Guardian Angel, so because it does affect it, because it does somehow lock you into a CC state for some apparent reason. I don't know why. It might just be a bug, I'm not too sure. Maybe it's just a lone case of me doing it, but I have been CC locked when I hold down Angelic Descent, so I wouldn't advise you guys to do it. But I'm segueing too much. But when you guys hold down Angelic Descent, it makes you a really easy target for Doomfist to hit with his shotguns, and you're just gonna be there. And he's like, "Hey Doomfist, how you doing? How you doing?" No, you need to get away with Guardian Angel, so you can get your passives kicked in, or so you can get like a Zen health orb, or you can get a heal by Anna, or you can get I don't know, heals from Moira. I'm not too sure, but just to get your healing done, because when Doomfist is rising uppercuts you, he's guaranteed 50 damage, and if he hits 1 or 2 or 3 hand cannon shots, he's guaranteed at least, I would say, 50 to 100 damage. So you'll be at 50 health, and if the enemy team pushes in like a Winston, jump pack and one little just dash of his primary fire would kill you. So I would highly advise from not using Angelic Descent and to just absolutely dash it to the other side of the map when you do see a Doomfist and he does rising uppercut you. Now that I told you guys the biggest don't against Doomfist is to use, well, Angelic Descent, I'll give you guys some solutions for dealing with each Doomfist ability. So for Doomfist's Rocket Punch, since the ability has a loud sound cue, adapt to where the sound is coming from if you do have surround sound headsets, or if you do want to try Dolby Atmos with stereo headsets, and trying to stay out of the 20 meter range of the punch, which is actually around 21 meters, so get used to that range. Also, you'll like to use LOS, or as I said before, line of sight, to the point you will not be hit by Doomfist slow peeking a corner, or change your elevation so Doomfist will need to target someone else on his elevation, or cancel his punch and use other abilities to adjust to your change of elevation. For Seismic Slam, if you do get hit by it, try Guardian Angel away from the follow-up damage or his abilities after the CC has ended. There's not really big advice I can give you here. It's an AoE ability and he comes in pretty fast when he uses it, so if you do take damage, just try and get out of there with your life and let your passive kick in. Also, he mostly won't target you as a Mercy. He will target someone, let's say like a Soldier, a McCree, or any like even a Zenyatta, easy to hit targets, because as Mercy you're probably gonna fly away, so higher level Doomfists are not really gonna go for you. They will mostly want to go for your Zen, if you do have one, or for your big hit scan heroes, so like let's say a Soldier or a McCree, who are actually easier to hit than you as a Mercy. Now for the last ability, Rising Uppercut. This ability is almost a deal breaker, as I stressed before, if Doomfist hits you with it. Not only it does 25% of your health and damage, it locks you into the air and to be shot by Doomfist and or receive follow-up abilities, and it allows enemy range DPS, let's say a Hanzo, McCree, and Soldier, especially after the range buffs they received, to pick you out of the sky. To avoid as much damage, do a 180 turn. Now the best way to counter this, it might sound dumb, but if you have no people to Guardian Angel to, what you need to do is to do a 180 turn and look down. After that, wait for the CC to end and try and Guardian Angel to a target or to cover to break LOS with the enemy team. So when Doomfist lands his ability, you want to flick your mouse 180 and look down. The reason I say this is because you do not, or the way how hitboxes work, you might see this with like a Zenyatta player who may do this against a Mei or something like that. It also works for Mercy too, but you need to be at a sharper angle, while Zen, you can do it at a he has a pretty forgivable angle when he does it. So the reason why you 180 and look down is so you can't get headshotted. So yes, you will take body shot damage, but you won't take 2 times the amount of damage that you would be taking. So yeah, that's really all I really have to say about Doomfist. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm working on some more Mercy 101s. I do have a script for Brigitte. It's not exactly finished yet. I did see the poll like an idiot 8 months later on the Guardian Angel and how you guys want to see another fully in-depth Mercy 101 on how Guardian Angel works, so I will also be working on that. But the next video I'm coming out with is how to synergize and counter Hammond because he is more relevant, considering he just came out yesterday on the time of recording this. So I will make his video next, followed up probably by either Brigitte or the Guardian Angel tutorial I will be releasing hopefully soon, and if I don't absolutely get wrecked by life. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching the video. I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, press the like button down below. If you guys feel so compelled to, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and hopefully I'm not a trash Mercy main and this information helped you today. But anyways, I hope you guys have a great and wonderful day. Goodbye.